turn to a 9 eventually, hopefully.
Eventually it will.
Eventually,
Mhm.
right. Joining me is Juggleguy,
What's
Mr.
up?
Big House, Mr. Michigan.
That's right.
You know, how are you feeling, Robin?
Feel exhausted, but I'm pretty content with how the weekend went. It was
Yeah.
super smooth. Like, the Big House staff, got to toot our own horns a little bit here. Big House staff is the best TO staff. Easy. Free.
Actually, you know what? I'm going to say this
Oh,
not
no.
because you're
Oh,
here.
no.
I'm going to say this not because you're here.
What are you going to say?
I think I agree with you. I'm
It's been
dead
a
serious.
while.
Because
Yeah.
you know I would straight in your face tell you that, okay, all right, Robin. But I actually think I agree with you. Of all the events I go to, the staff is really good at Big House. I mean,
That's the shining thing for us. For me personally is when you know when I step away, stuff gets done.
yeah.
I could get hit by a bus on Friday, and the rest of the tournament would run.
Right. I think that's, by the way, the sign of a good TO is your work is actually supposed to be done before the weekend starts. The weekend is mostly for like
for the most part.
supervising.
Yeah,
at
getting
all.
the stuff executed as it was in the game plan.
Yeah, exactly.
I agree.
Okay, so as far as the gameplay, because I know you're a Melee fan too.
Oh, yeah.
What are your thoughts? How do you think that went?
Gameplay, it's kind of funny. I feel like the middle of top 8s these days
Yeah.
is often more entertaining than the very end.
Yeah.
Do
that's
you
true.
feel that way too?
I wonder why.
I wonder why. No,
I'm
we won't go
kidding.
into why.
Yeah.
But I also have the fuel that I need to ban wobbling again, so that'll be
jeez.
nice.
You think Bananas is the reason? Bananas was sick. He beat
No,
Fiction with Sopo.
I kid. Bananas, I saw his set versus Hugs versus Fiction, and he earned his top 8 spot. Absolutely. That was incredible.
Me, Armada, Hacks, we were talking it over, right? And we were thinking about what we can do maybe to switch things up.
'Kay.
And now that we have the adapters, there's actually a clean solution to some of the problems we're facing. We could, now for every character, have no back airs.
Oh, okay.
Every character.
Yeah,
It's very
yeah,
fair.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
very fair. Everyone doesn't get it.
I thought you were going to say something else.
So you press C-stick to do a back air, and it just doesn't.
Nothing comes out?
Nothing comes out.
I like that.
Every character.
You know,
But, so it's completely fair.
a Falcon and a Marth main would say that.
Yeah. We can live without it.
I don't give a shit about my back air.
Someone floats down with their back to me.
Yeah.
And they can't do a move.
Oh,
I
yeah.
just forward smash. It sounds great. But, you know, sometimes you got to take it.
I have another idea.
Okay.
On a more serious note, I think, I want to say it was Ben SW that recommended this to me as a possible rule set amendment.
Okay.
Wobbling's legal, but every time you wobble, you have to cut off one of your fingers.
One of your fingers.
Yeah.
The entire finger, not just like a little.
Yeah, just the whole finger.
You could only do it at late stage of bracket, though.
I know. You got to choose wisely. That's part of the meta game now. You have a quota of wobbles in your life.
Ladies and gentlemen,
And
you
you
are
gotta-
people who help run your tournaments.
You have to use those wisely.
Yeah, yeah.
If you're in grand finals against Armada, you go for that wobble.
Do you do it
you
during the
sacrifice.
game?
You sacrifice the
During
pinky.
the game?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, jeez.
Oh no. I think afterwards.
After.
Is,
I mean, that's more fair.
Yeah,
That's
that
more
is.
fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so Bananas did good, though. Give him some credit.
He did great.
He did great. I thought he was amazing.
He
was very happy about
he played extremely well.
My boy
He
Fiction did really well. Actually, you know what? A whole bunch of things went well.
This is Fiction's first Big House. I'm so glad he came.
Yeah.
I don't think there's another better player than Fiction who has not been to Big House. He's that guy.
Let's see. Okay.
I
So
challenge you.
Armada's been to Big House.
I challenge you.
I've been to Big House.
Oh,
I'm just trying to
Sure.
run
One of
through.
these doesn't belong with the other.
You know, Fiction. You're right. It's probably Fiction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He did
that's
great.
Crazy.
He
Yeah.
did great. Good run. I missed the axe set, but I know it was 3-2. Fiction's
really
great.
close.
He's
He always
super
seems to
smart.
come
I
back.
forgot how good he is. He hasn't been really putting up national appearances for a couple years.
So overall, I mean, you had so much help. You had Gaming Generation, Smash GG, VG Bootcamp. I'm gonna say this right now, since we're on the stream.
What's up?
I think VG Bootcamp did maybe their best job of all time.
Oh, they're great.
They.
I love the crew.
But this weekend they were great, is the key, because you know everyone has their good days and bad days. This weekend was a great weekend, I think, for VG Bootcamp.
I agree.
They actually killed it.
They're pretty decent,
They
if
were
I must
pretty
say
decent.
so.
quite pleased.
Yeah.
I'm very impressed. VG Cam did an extremely good job.
I do want to apologize to Vincent because we ran over on doubles, and I know he put a lot of hard work into the live MIOM thing, like the PTI.
Oh, yeah, we were supposed to do like a PTI show.
When you guys see that at a future national, it's going to be sick.
Yeah, we had it all prepared. It was going to be amazing, and then we had to cut it because things ran
Doubles ran super late.
long.
There were a lot of 3-2s.
You know, maybe
Was
you
it
could
just
have
that?
put top 4 doubles on Sunday.
I know.
And then this
I
would have been
knew you would say that.
You know, would have been a good idea. Maybe.
How about a 7 a.m. top 4 in doubles?
Why 7 a.m.? Why do you do this?
No,
not like this.
We could probably make it work.
Yeah. And you know what? Wii U also. We got to mention Wii U while we have you there. Hey, they got like 30K views for Wii U.
Did they?
Pretty good.
That's great.
Pretty good. You know, considering Ultimate's right on the horizon, which is going to change everything.
Yeah, I mean, we were in a tough spot with Wii U this year. I think a lot of the people are just kind of in a holding pattern, sitting back, waiting for Ultimate to come out.
Which makes sense, complete sense.
That's fine, you know. But we got to play with the cards we're dealt, and I feel like as an organizer, you host events at the pleasure of the people. So if you're on the fence about going to an event, I would say you got to support what you believe in, and especially with things like Armada retiring from singles, you never know when this privilege is going to go away. It's a pretty special thing that we get to do. Come to these tournaments, be right next to Mango, talk to Scar, Armada, you.
It's actually. So I never know, right? Because in the back of my head, I think, Melee, man, that thing's going to be around my whole life. But then there's another part of my brain that goes,
is it though?
What if not?
Is it though?
What if not, right? And with that second part of my brain, I think we got to cherish every moment we got, right?
Yeah.
Because look how long we've lasted. We are in 2018, about to go to 2019. We're on year 18, going into year 19, right? Something like that. Correct me on my math if I'm wrong.
The year is 2018. That's correct.
Yeah. So that's nuts. And we were like, okay, we had like maybe 9 months to a year of actual dead time in the middle there after Brawl released. But other than that, it was like active the whole time. Because with other long-term esports, like let's say Brood War took a solid like 3-4 years.
You love your Brood War.
If you're a Melee fan and you're not a Brood War fan, it actually doesn't make sense. Just like I think you are correct in saying that tennis and Melee are actually crazy close.
They're great.
I should watch more tennis.
And
I know that.
I want to watch Federer and Nadal for the rest of my life. Just like Mango Armada, whatever.
For the rest of my life,
yeah,
I'm down.
Please. I'm
down. So I agree with you on that. I think Brood War is also. It's actually impossible to not be a fan of one and not the other. I think it's impossible to have the taste.
I'll trust you on that.
The good taste to think that Melee is good and not see that Brood War is godlike.
Right.
It's actually impossible.
I know what you mean.
And the other way around, Brood War fans, it's impossible.
I just can't speak on it because I'm a Brood War noob. I don't know anything. But
anyway, point I was trying to make is we've been doing it for a long time. Big House is at 8 iterations.
Yeah.
To my count, no super major has made it this far. Like, of course, SMYM has gone really far at a regional level, but super major style, 8's a lot. I'm going to be honest with you, Rob.
It's a lot of events.
Most super majors stop at like 4. The TO gets tired.
Oh, there's the fifth curse, right?
Oh, the 5th curse. Top 5. Oh,
was Apex 2015 the 5th Apex? It was, wasn't it?
Because Apex 2010,
yes.
2011.
Oh, my God. That's a real thing.
Yeah. The 5th is a curse. If you can make it past 5, apparently you keep going. But
Genesis and Big House.
Made it, baby.
We're in there.
We made it,
We
baby.
made it over the hump.
Yeah. But it's really hard to keep going because think about it. That's a lot of years of putting on a lot of, a ton of work.
There's points in time where I'm like, is this worth it? This is a lot of work. Yeah. Like, this is usually like sometime in September, by the way.
Yeah. When you have to do all the work.
Yeah, I'm like, oh my God, when will the emails end? Yeah. But like thinking about it afterwards, this is crazy. Like a couple thousand people just spent their weekend in Michigan watching their favorite game. Yeah. Wii U or Melee or Smash 64, which we added for the first time. Like that's crazy.
Yeah. So correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe you feel a little bit different about TOing. The actual up to leading to it in the weekend, in so many ways, aren't fun at all. But the feeling afterwards, this feeling you're probably feeling right now, Man, that's addictive.
Right?
That feels so good.
It's a good entrepreneurial challenge as well on the way.
Yes, yes.
So I was kind of complaining about this thing to a coworker, a wise coworker of mine, and they were like, "You're stressed out, but this is good stress. You want this stress.
Yeah.
It's gonna grow your acumen."
You know,
And
a
that's
lot
totally
of people
true.
go through life with not a single thing they're proud of.
That's kind of sad.
It's actually, I'm telling you, literally nothing they're proud of. And honestly, TOing is a great outlet for that. Because, hey, I love it. With this capitalist system, a lot of us have fake jobs where we sit at a desk and we get paid, right? Like that's just how it works sometimes, right? And so you end up, training yourself, going to school, learning all these things, and then
To what end?
and then just to watch Netflix at home, right?
Are you going to make an impact?
Right. So, hey, that is honestly one of the biggest rewards and drives I think behind TOing, because you feel like, hey, I built something, and something that people care about, will watch forever. The VODs will live forever.
They will.
And a lot of people were loved and enjoyed. So, yeah, I totally think that is ultimately the big payoff, right? It's right afterwards, and then years later when you look back and think about everything, right?
It look like, ooh, that was pretty sick.
Yeah.
I'm going to go back and rewatch The Big House 3, Mewtwo King versus
That
Dr.
happened
Pee-Pee.
because of me.
Yeah,
You can say that, right?
The organizer of that event must be pretty cool
sick,
to put that event on.
Yeah. So it's I agree with you. It's a great entrepreneurial outlet. So, to young TOs out there, what can you say, about the journey? Because right now, we're the GOATs. We're the greatest TOs of all time. If not the GOAT, actually, you could be the greatest TO of all time.
If there's a Mount Rushmore of TOs,
Yes.
are you still putting yourself on it?
I'm not a TO.
You've ascended.
I've ascended.
No,
dude.
you haven't.
I've ascended.
You,
I'm the one.
You disappeared. That's not the same as ascended.
People don't talk about the one. There's the 25, the 5,
No.
and there's the one, baby.
Absolutely
No one talks
not.
about the one.
Aspiring TOs,
Yes.
I would say pick something you're really good at and focus on that strength. Every event does not need to follow a cookie-cutter formula. Different venues have different strengths, different TOs have different strengths, and you got to utilize them. You got to be, don't pretend to be what you aren't.
Yeah, I think that's a big deal. I think, having, the hardest skill I think that TOs, because there's a lot of different styles of TOing. For me and you, we TO'd in very different ways. I'm big softy. You were more of a hardliner. But actually, what ended up happening is that, in either way, it was rule through love, right? Because what happened is your staff always loves you so much. Like it's mostly through that, right? Because that's what
I don't know why. I just
But they
I
do.
just sit
They
around.
do. No, I mean it's obvious, right? In so many ways, they're working that hard because they like you, right? And my style was less a hardliner. I made so many exceptions, right? But
I've been to Kings of Cali. I've seen it.
Dude, I just do the homie card 100 times over. It's probably not a great way to run tournaments, but everyone somehow ends up happy. It's weird.
It works out.
It works out.
So yeah, different styles for different TOs. You can be responsible, or you can wait till the last minute and do everything and pull homie cards and just pray. And sometimes it works out. Sometimes it works out. Yeah.
So yeah, I think it's great. And after all these years of TOing, Robin, so much, so many years. What do you think is the greatest lesson? What do you think is, when you look back and think, okay, what have I learned? What's been rewarding about it the most? What do you think?
The greatest lesson.
The greatest lesson.
Is
the greatest takeaway, even.
I should have upheld the wobbling ban.
God damn it.
That's.
I was hoping for an inspirational answer.
I got none left.
And that's what he goes with. You're the only one still. That's the crazy part.
I am not.
What people don't know,
I'm
and I'm going to get butchered for this, is that me and you had Google Chat conversations where we discussed this.
Google Chat.
Do you remember when we talked on Google Chat every single day at our jobs, pretending to do work, and then we actually did Smash work the whole time?
That's right. Yeah.
Yes. Don't tell my former employer.
They're not watching.
They're not watching. And we used to talk about things, and one of the main things we discussed was the wobbling ban, because you were on one side, I was on the other. And I helped convince everyone to keep making legal.
We agreed to disagree on that a long time ago, and I think that's that.
Yeah. We talked so long about it, and in the end, we never convinced each other at all.
Nah.
No.
It's too much ego in the same room.
Yeah. Oh. Okay.
Let's not pretend.
No, I agree with myself. I didn't.
Sure.
I didn't know you admitted to. Okay.
I will. I concede that.
Anyway, Big House 8 was great, man. I really enjoyed it. I think this is a big step up from last year. I definitely like this hall that we chose.
I do too.
I think the extra games really helped out. I actually never played Windjammers, and I was planning on doing it, but I was so caught up in all the melee and all that stuff. But it seems like everyone had a really good time. I'm super happy the adapter experiment went well, and people were generally. I heard almost no complaints. For the most part, everyone was into it.
It's good.
That's like a big deal, actually. I think that's going to be one of the legacies of Big House 8. I hope it is, at least. And, you know, I'm happy that, you know, the viewership was pretty good. We're all really happy about it. So congratulations. Great job once again.
Thank you.
And I'm happy to go to as many big houses as you ever host, Rob, because I'll be there. I told you. Unless I'm in a family emergency or in a hearse, the Blur's going to be at Big House because these tournaments are way too much fun.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed, but we're going to wrap it up here at the Big House and, you know, catch out the next Smash tournaments and make sure to remember about the Big House next year when, you know, hopefully it comes back. I assume it will. And we do it all over again. See you guys later.
It's been fun.